Don't tell me. Socket and Clink.
Ratchet and Clank.
Right, beautiful.
Ratchet & Clank first debuted on the PlayStation 2 in 2002. Since then, there have been 8 main installments and 4 spin-offs. Now, after 14 years of galactic adventures, the series' protagonists are getting the star treatment in a franchise reboot and feature film. Is the newest entry worthy of their legacy?
So what do you say?
The story is a reimagining of the first PlayStation 2 game, but with more insight into the titular hero's origins. Ratchet is a Lombax living on the planet Veldin when a mysterious ship crash lands containing a small robot named Clank. Veldin is under attack, and the two must work together to stop the evil Chairman Drek from causing further damage to the galaxy. Franchise veterans will be pleased to know that characters from future games are incorporated into the story to expand the narrative scope in successful ways, while also setting up later installments.
That's right. We want you!
Yeah!
What makes Ratchet & Clank stand out is the wildly eccentric weaponry, most of which returned from previous games. Fan favorites like the Groovitron, a disco ball that makes enemies dance, the Sheepinator, a ray gun that turns enemies into exploding sheep, and Mr. Zircon, a wisecracking deathbot, are just a few ways to dispatch enemies.
Run, Mr. Zircon, equals die.
However, the biggest problem with the reboot is that there's only one new gun. This isn't a problem for newcomers who have never experienced these marvelous wonders, but it's hard not to feel let down by using the same old toys. The new Pixelizer transforms enemies into explosive 8-bit pixels. But after this, the creativity ends. Nearly every planet and gadget has been seen before in previous games, with minor variations. The sense of discovery that came with finding or upgrading a new weapon is lost on franchise loyalists, with no surprises until the final moments of the game. Thankfully, the action has never looked or felt so satisfying. Bolts spray from boxes and defeated enemies with a loud and glorious jingle, each one bringing you closer to the next available weapon at any Gadgetron vendor. If melee attacks are your thing, Ratchet's Omniwrench can whack and slam encroaching enemies to make some valuable breathing room. Every weapon has varying levels of strengths and weaknesses depending on the situation, and switching between them is critical to surviving some of the more difficult encounters. Weapons gain XP and become more effective with use, encouraging you to use your full arsenal. Ratchet also gains XP for every defeated enemy, which raises his max hit points. Weapons can be further upgraded with Raritanium to increase certain attributes like rate of fire, damage, and range. Like the name implies, the substance is hard to come by, making each upgrade feel substantial. New to the series are Collectible Cards, which grant different rewards for each completed set. They can be gained individually from fallen enemies, or you can find packs of 3 hidden throughout each stage. The infamously expensive Rhino can no longer be purchased with an inordinate amount of bolts, but is now won by collecting 9 specific cards. It's a nice change of pace from having to grind, and the cards themselves are more meaningful rewards, each highlighting some minor lore regarding the franchise's history. In between blowing up hordes of minions, Ratchet and Clank travel from planet to planet in search of gadgets to help them continue their journey. Each planet feels unique and part of a bigger universe, from the water-filled Pokataru to the metropolis of Kirwan. Ratchet and Clank retain their abilities from previous installments, like gliding long distances with a helipack or swimming through deep underwater caves. Most planets have optional objectives, like collecting alien brains or winning hoverboard races, and each of these grants meaningful rewards. When combined with secret cards, gold bolts that unlock varying cheats, and the sheer beauty of each planet, it's hard not to explore every nook and cranny. Sometimes the heroes need to split up, and Clank has his own dedicated puzzle sections that involve robot minions with special abilities like extendable bridges and bounce pads. The puzzles are simple, but they're a nice diversion from all the chaos Ratchet causes. After completing the 10-hour campaign, Challenge Mode unlocks, which is essentially New Game Plus. Landing consecutive hits on enemies while remaining unscathed increases the bolt multiplier, allowing you to earn huge rewards. Additionally, Omega versions of each weapon unlock, raising their respective level caps to 10. Maximizing the power of each gun provides incentive to warrant additional playthroughs, but only for the most dedicated weapon enthusiasts. Ratchet & Clank looks and plays as well as it ever has. Fans will enjoy the nostalgic journey through familiar planets, while newcomers will appreciate the chaotic and creative weaponry. But for the 9th game in a franchise that built its name on unique weapons, it's a shame that the arsenal just coasts on fan favorites. Insomniac played it safe.
Admittedly, that's not super promising.